2025. So we're going to be looking at the last 2 weeks or so of December to see what's in store for you as we close out one of the most, tumultuous, change-worthy years that I think a lot of us have been through. This has been a difficult year, I think, for a lot of you. Some of you have come out, I think it's been pretty good for some of you. But this year on a whole, I think has been a very difficult one. A lot of upheaval, a lot of change always brings upheaval, right? So we're going to still experience some of that in 2026. But here's the thing. We're kind of in this period right now. We're in a 2-month period before the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in February, on February 20th. And right now we're in this phase where it's really important for you leading up to those over the next 8 to 10 weeks or so that you're really applying what it is that you need, which you are being called to do. And in a sense of don't avoid the lesson, don't avoid the work, don't avoid the need for really getting serious and responsible about your spiritual beliefs, perspectives, habits, anything along that nature that is required of you right now, that life is really kind of pushing you into as a result of a lot of the change and maybe hardships and challenges that many people are going through. Because when Saturn and Neptune conjunct, it's game on. Okay, this is going to be a very, very big moment in time. So just remember that as we're kind of leading up into mid-February-ish. But the last half of December is actually going to be a little nicer than the first half. Mercury is now out of its shadow. Mars moved into Capricorn today, which is great. So Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So all of your desire, your ambitions, your drive, your energy levels, your willingness to do things are all going to be in a very supported place now. Mars loves to be in Capricorn because Capricorn's all about like what needs to get done. Just look at the bottom line. It's all about what matters. Don't worry about what doesn't, and just focus on, that bottom line, right? Cut out all the fluff. We don't need to worry about the fluff. So Mars loves to be in Capricorn. The sun will be moving into Capricorn on the 21st, and then Venus will be moving into Capricorn on the 24th. So having both Mars, Venus, and the sun in Capricorn is going to make the last half of December a lot more. Venus loves Capricorn too, right? Because Venus rules relationships and money. And Capricorn's all about like, well, we need to know what's going on. We need to be serious. We need to be committed, right? So both Mars and Venus together in Capricorn, which I will say going into the new year is going to open up the new year with a beautiful reset for New Year's resolutions. Okay. But I'll get into that a little later. Now we have a new moon in Sagittarius coming up at the end of this week on the 19th, 20th, depending on where you are in the world. And this new moon in Sagittarius, like all new moons, they're about planting seeds, right? They're new beginnings, they're new cycles. And being in Sagittarius, this is the sign of this could be being around themes for you around expansion and growth. Okay. Growth is probably the biggest one for Sagittarius. It's ruled by Jupiter. Because it's all about growing your mind, your higher mind. It's about really taking things well beyond anything you've ever known before. So this is going beyond what you can actually see to be truth. It's about your faith. It's about spirituality. It's about religion. It's also about legal systems, and so legal issues. So some of you might be experiencing new beginnings with that. It's also the sign of publishing and marketing. So those things could be coming up for you where you're hitting new cycles. It's also about travel by plane, traveling, exploration, going on an adventure. And of course, Sagittarius is all about socializing, having fun, going out to parties, having a good time. Um, laughter, cheer, all that kind of stuff. So that is all the themes of this new moon. However, it is also, you've got Venus coming up, coming up is in a conjunction with the new moon. And so there also will be elements here that are related to your money or your relationships that are also in conjunction with all of those themes. Now, this new moon is a little challenging in some ways because it's in a square to Neptune. It's coming out of a square to Saturn, so it's not so bad. Like, you're going to probably feel like the worst of the hard stuff is behind you when this new moon arrives. But the fogginess, the lack of clarity, the confusion that Neptune can bring when it's in a square with the moon, can probably cause some, I don't know, cause some delays here in whatever it is that you want to. So, like, you might not fully understand. However, Neptune also represents like your dreams and your visions, and Neptune represents healing. It represents retreats and going to far and away places. So this sort of energy might find that there's something about that that's creating a tension that forces you to do something, to take action, right? It's always creating some kind of tension so that you take some kind of action here. Now, the good news is that Jupiter, the ruler of the new moon, is in Cancer, which it loves to be in Cancer. It's been in Cancer since June. It is retrograde though, so it's more of an internal energy here. But Jupiter in Cancer is always focused on your home, your internal world, your body, the safety and security of home life, family. It's also really important to learn how to listen to the emotions of your body. Like, what's your body trying to say to you? What are you really feeling below the surface? So I don't know if you guys have been feeling, this is something I've noticed, that's really been more apparent since Jupiter has been in Cancer, but it's really pushing us to probably regulate a lot more of our nervous system so that we're feeling more safe in our bodies. That is definitely something I've been really going through, and it's been very prominent for me because Jupiter has been squaring my nodes in my natal. So for a long time, like 3 months, because of its retrograde and stationing and all that. So if you've been feeling that, know that that's part of Jupiter's mission. And Jupiter in Cancer is also bringing that flavor into this new moon. However, it's in a beautiful trine to Saturn still in Pisces. So if you can really take the growth, what Jupiter's trying to teach you right now, what are the lessons, what are the teachings, and then use the Saturn energy to apply it through things that are related to your long-term visions, to your dreams, to perhaps even your spiritual practice, whatever that might be. It's about bringing grounding, rooting energy out of the unseen realms and into this world. If you're doing that, you're going to find that that's very beneficial to this new moon. So, we've got that new moon in. Let me just say hi to CBs and Melanie and, oh, hey, Pam, how's it going, girl? Good to see you. If you're just joining, please hit the like button, drop a little heart in the comment section if you can. I'd like to also announce, many of you already know, I have launched a new program called Becoming the Medicine. We're kicking off January 7th. And if you've ever wanted to meet the medicine frequency without taking psychedelics, whether it's you're not ready, you're absolutely not called to it, you're not sure yet, maybe you want to, I don't know, you want to kind of slowly be introduced. This is a perfect ceremonial retreat. It's an 8-week portal of shamanic preparation over 3 weeks and then a guided journey where it will happen in the evening on a Friday night, so a lot of you can attend it. And I'm going to take you through the process and use all of my shamanic skills and tools to bring you into the altered state of meeting the medicine without actually using psychedelics, so that you can start shifting and becoming the future version of yourself that perhaps you've been hesitating on, delaying, holding back on for whatever reason. We're going to use the first 3 weeks, and I'm going to prep you the exact same way I prep all of my clients before I take them on a guided journey or when they come to the retreat. You're going to go through the exact same process. Then after the first journey, we're going to do it all again. We're going to go even deeper now. We're going to use the next 3 weeks to integrate, build, go deeper, and then we're going to have a final journey on the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. It's going to be very, very powerful. And so this is perfect timing for any of you who are really wanting to make sure that you kick your 2026 year off in the most high frequency way that is setting the tone for the year for you to say yes to your future and stop negotiating with your past, so that you're not allowing that past to keep creeping in and causing you to get confused and about like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe it's not the right time. You know, should I wait? Like all that kind of stuff. That is all negotiation from your past because it wants you to stay comfortable. And this is where we're going to push you out of your comfort zone. You're going to meet the medicine. You're going to become the medicine. Okay. And I'm going to teach you how to meet the frequency and then start building it in yourself so that you, when you're on your own, can start meeting the medicine and using that state, okay, to manifest and build what it is that you want. So the link is in the description below. For those of you who have already signed up, you've got a free bonus hour with me. But if you sign up now still, you will get immediate access to using Velocity Oracle. As soon as you sign up, you've got instant access. So not only do you get her for the full time you're in the program, but if you join sooner, you're going to get her for longer, which means she can start helping you prepare for your New Year's. She can start uncovering some of the blocks that you're facing right now, especially looking at what's ahead. You can already start using her to start building ceremonies for you, creating invocations, all the good stuff that you're going to be using when we get into this. So I'm super excited about that. And of course, if you're someone who's absolutely ready to meet the medicine in real form, you want to ingest it, you want to actually take a guided plant medicine journey, there are 2 tickets left for the 3-day 180 retreat this February 26th, which will be held in Estes Park. If you'd like to join, I definitely suggest you do that sooner than later. All right, guys, that is housekeeping done for the day. Hope you're all great. We're going to get into all signs now, and water signs, you guys are first. So let's jump into it. Water signs, shall we? December the 15th. Yes, it is. All right. Good energy. Good energy. Mars is out of shadow. Sorry, Mercury's out of shadow. Mars is in Capricorn. Today is a good day. All right. So for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's take a look at what is the main theme for your reading for the last 2 weeks of December, last half of December, going into 2026. What do we need to know? What is the main theme and what is the potential challenge for my water signs? Okay. I feel like water signs got this last time. I might be wrong, but okay. Okay, I love it. So, water signs. The main theme of your reading is against nature. So this is where you're really trying to force something. You're trying to make something happen, even though it's really going against the flow of things. It's where like you keep hitting a wall and you don't know why, and it's just not working out. And you're trying to force a square peg into a round hole. And ultimately, this is about really kind of, okay, it's about reevaluating, stepping back and saying, what am I missing here? Am I maybe supposed to do this? Maybe I'm really not meant to go this way. Or maybe I just have to surrender and let go and just let the flow of nature take its course. Maybe there's something that I'm missing in this arena. Now, the challenge you have is copper. Okay, so copper is all about love and pleasure, and it's about the Aphrodite. I just had this with a client the other day. Let's see. Okay, come on, let's get there. Here we go. Fertility, the womb, Venus. Okay, so right away, the challenge is like being able to go back to almost like ground zero, wanting to go back to the 0 point, into the void space, the womb, the cosmic womb, your own womb, and really tap into what is your most fertile energy to work with that's going to help whatever this situation is that feels like you just keep hitting a wall, like whatever it is, like it's just not working. Okay, so no matter what you do, it may be it's time to just let go and move with the energies of the more feminine nature, going with the flow, surrendering. So let's see here. It marks the arrival of Eros in the laboratory. It's likely that you've been hard at work for too long, prioritizing scholarly pursuits over sensual pleasure. So get ready for a shift of priorities, for an awakening of your heart and the life-generating centers of the body. So really, this is maybe about like, maybe you need to lighten up a little bit. Let's go. We're in Sagittarius season still. Okay. And this is where it's time to have a little fun. Have a little fun. So I would say whatever this is that you're experiencing, like walls, roadblocks, like detours, whatever it might be, it's probably best to surrender, to let go, and really tap into the fertile energy of surrender, of being supported by the unseen realm. Okay, let's take a look at what we need to know about your past. Looking at the past energies for my water signs. Okay, so we have the Queen of Crystals coming in. We have the High Priestess in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Swords coming into the near future for my water signs. Okay, we have the Six of Crystals, the Page of Crystals in reverse, lots of crystals coming up, water signs, and the Seven of Swords, or Seven of Crystals in reverse. So the crystals are all sword energy. There's a lot of mental energy here in your reading. What's coming into the near future for my water signs? Okay, we have the Moon in reverse. We have the Empress in reverse. There's your Venus, your copper card, being emphasized even more. One more for my water signs. And then we have the Hangman in reverse. Okay, big energy coming up for sure for you. Overall energy, look at that. The Magician and the Hierophant. So water signs, you're really working, you're using your energy to create something, to bring something into manifest the 3D world. And you're using everything you've got. You know, you've been hard at work, likely working on this. And I say that because you have the Hierophant behind you, which is a very it's a very traditional energy. You've been maybe using the energy of your higher spiritual energy to help you with this, like what you're trying to maybe take a more ascended path with what you're doing, approaching things in a new way, maybe that is, if we're thinking about levels, at a higher level than what you're used to. But looking at your past, you have the Queen of Crystals, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Eight of Crystals. So I don't know, there was probably a moment of truth here that came in for you, water signs, where you're like, oh, maybe a conversation had to be had. A line may have needed to be drawn in the sand here with the Queen of Crystals. Something was like, even though you're very emotional signs, water signs, this is telling me though that something very clear in your mind was like, it went beyond emotions, like this has to be done. Okay. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it's telling me something had to get revealed. So something that may have been kind of hovering out in the mysteries of the darkness, maybe in the unknown, maybe it wasn't talked about, or maybe not talked about enough, or maybe not expressed enough, or maybe it wasn't really taken seriously. That is now, whatever, that was being more revealed. Like it's really kind of bringing it to the forefront. But with the Eight of Crystals here too, there's still some confusion, like still being stuck in your head, like overthinking things, over-processing things, feeling like also maybe you were more stuck than you actually were. But what I am seeing though is I'm seeing movement happening here for you in the last half of December. So with the Six of Crystals, this is telling me you're finally moving away from a place where it's felt a little chaotic. It's felt like you just repeating the same things over and over again that you don't want to be repeating over and over again. And you're like, all right, it's time to kind of depart this energy and we're going to move into a newer energy that's definitely more foreign. Okay. And with the Page of Crystals here in reverse, look, the Page of Crystals in reverse, not my favorite page to have in reverse, to be honest. But I don't know, there might be some words that are said that are maybe said in a little bit of haste that are like maybe regretted. The Page of Crystals, this also could be delayed information finally coming forward. But the Page of Crystals is a little snarky, you know, it's a little, I don't know, just be a little cautious, especially with the squares, the sun squaring Neptune this week. You know, that can like really, you can, I don't know, the sun in Sag square Neptune, it's later next week, but it's just gonna create, there's going to be a lack of clarity around something. You might think you see something a certain way and it's not really. It's maybe an illusion. It might be, you know, whether it's a good illusion or bad illusion, I don't know, but it's I do see though that with the Seven of Crystals here in reverse, you are coming back around to something and there's going to be resolution. So it feels like something's going to get resolved for you in the last half of December that is also part of you moving forward in a new way that you're actually very relieved about. It may mean that some information or things are said in a way, information comes up that maybe you're not happy about, or maybe it's just even about delayed stuff finally comes forward. But I do see resolution happening here for you. Again, I want to say, whatever it is that you're feeling like you keep hitting a wall, like, you know, or it's just you're not moving with, you are finally going to get some movement here in the last half of December. Now, in the near future, you have the Moon in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and the Hangman in reverse. So again, the Moon is telling me, like, it feels to me like the Moon in reverse is very revealing as well. So it's also speaking to the idea of the dark night of the soul starting to complete itself, finally being on the other side. Light is finally shining in an area where there was darkness. And with the Empress here in reverse, it feels like there's some sort of, I'm getting you're gonna, and the Hangman here in reverse, that there's some sort of revelation around possibly for some of you, how much you're worth for sure, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than your own personal value. it's more about this, the Empress is totally about expansion and abundance and being a very, again, it's a very fertile energy. And this is telling me that, again, it's speaking to that idea of needing to go within, needing to retreat into the feminine energy, to the cosmic womb, to the void space, to really tap into the expansiveness of that, of what is possible for you, because you're going to have some kind of major perspective shift that really puts something in motion for you. So let's go into the clarifiers to find out get a little deeper meaning here for you guys. Okay, so the Magician. Okay, we have the Temperance in reverse. So you may have been very impatient. There may have been some frustration around the work that you're doing, because I do feel like you've been committed. I do feel like there's been some sort of stable dedication here to wanting to utilize everything that you know, your skills, your tools on doing the thing that whatever you're trying to bring into this world, create, manifest. King of Cups, and you're also using your highest level of intuition for many of you. Okay, you're going into very high levels of connecting to not just your intuition, but connecting to source, connecting to your higher self, doing all of that. For some of you, this may also involve someone you deeply care about. You may have been frustrated with someone you deeply care about, because you're trying to make something work here and you're really committed to a higher path with this person. So that could also be something that's kind of coming up here. Let me look at the Queen of Crystals. All right, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So there was definitely some antsy energy here. Okay, like you're like, all right, we got to move. Four of Wands. So this is about really looking at your future in many ways, or certain contracts that you have. For some of you, this is about building a solid foundation with your partner or with someone very important to you. Maybe this is about also, you're feeling very antsy, like about a contract that would bring in a sense of passionate foundation for you. So, and when I say contracts, it can also just be about like, hey, are we on the same page? Are we agreeing on this? And it feels like you have to draw a line in the sand. Like you're like making no bones about it here. Now, for some of you, maybe this didn't involve anyone else. Okay. Maybe this is just about you and really looking to like, okay, what do I have to get very honest about? Like take out all of the emotions and really just look at the data. Okay. And be very clear about what's really going on here. Because when it comes to, again, the Four of Wands to me is also like a portal into your, celebrated timeline. Okay. So when you're looking at like, you're maybe getting antsy about like, what's not moving? Why am I not there yet? Like there could have been something here kind of coming in. So of really like, all right, I gotta maybe like really get down to business on this. So what is the High Priestess here in reverse? Here's your Empress again. So Queen of Wands in reverse, Empress in reverse. So I feel like something was really revealed here where you're maybe lacking confidence. You're not feeling like your most magnetic self. Okay. Like you maybe felt like you lost a little bit of your mojo, and also feeling a little deflated with the Empress here in reverse. Like maybe feeling like you're not as expansive as you've been wanting to be, or maybe you're not feeling valued here. Or maybe the work that you've been doing, especially with the High Priestess in reverse, it's something's definitely being revealed here, but you're also working with the other realms, right? This is very much like the mystic working with the different energies. So that could also be in play here, where maybe lacking confidence in your own, like the energetics. Sometimes it takes a while for the energetics to show up in physical reality. Because you are here, Eight of Crystals, still like overthinking. There's anxiety here. There's processing. There's feeling like trapped, you know, like still feeling trapped feelings. So what is this? The Fool. Okay, so there's something about a very new beginning here that you are doing on your own, like Nine of Pentacles. Like it's about where you're going to feel most successful, where you're going to be so proud of what you accomplished on your own. And you feeling kind of trapped around there. For some of you, maybe even considering, do I have to go it alone? You know, like, and thinking about like, maybe I have to start over and all of that kind of stuff. So a lot of that energy could have been coming up here for you, water signs. Moving into the current energies, we have the Six of Crystals. Okay, see, now we have the Page of Crystals in reverse, which really makes me think that this is energy that's coming from here. So you likely have been, maybe, you know, the Page of Crystals is a very curious energy, likes to learn, wants to research, wants to read things, like just study things. So there may have been like you've been like grabbing, you're going to be like looking at more information or you're making choices to move forward into an energy based off of some of the energy or information that you've been accumulating and learning from studying. This also could be also the Page of Swords, just in general, when it's upright, can often be delayed news. What else do we need to know about the... So you may finally get the go-ahead on some news that you're finally like, okay, now I can move forward. But we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So it's really important to understand not to cut corners here, water signs. And this is kind of coming up, and perhaps you're really kind of moving on to energy where you're like, okay, leaving behind energy where maybe try to skip a few steps, maybe try to cut some corners. It looks like you're kind of heading into new energy though. I feel like this is new territory for you. Whatever this is, you're in the more younger state of energy of it. So it could be more of a learning phase. It could be just initiation phases, whatever this is. But it does feel like it's important that you don't try to rush something here. Don't try to push it and make it work when like it means you're going to cut corners. This is not the time to do that, especially with our personal planets, Mars and Venus, and then the Sun all moving into Capricorn at the end of like the last half of this month. So Capricorn does not want you to rush. Just want you to do it right the first time. So Page of Crystals in reverse. Okay, yeah, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you've been waiting on something and you're finally going to get something here. You're going to receive news that you've been waiting on. We have the Hangman again in reverse. That is maybe a result of completely shifting your beliefs, your perspectives, the way you've seen things. The Lovers in reverse. A decision that you may have delayed on. Maybe you made it already in the past. Maybe this could also be about someone you care about. Where there was this energy of maybe not being on the same page, maybe like feeling like you're looking at something from two different angles and not really seeing eye to eye. But I do feel like something's going to come up here. There's going to be a shift here, and it could be on something that you've been waiting on. Also something that you've been investing into. Investing your time, investing your energy, investing your money. Something's going to come up here that's going to finally shift something for you. What's the Seven of Crystals So there's quite a few shifts coming up for you. Yeah, so whatever this 7 of crystals is, it's good. You've got the 6 of wands coming in here. So there's going to be a resolution. Some of you, it's about an apology, but it's coming back around. Something that you need to revisit, come back to. You're finally going to be like, oh, victorious, successful. I feel seen. You know, like all of those kinds of feelings kind of coming in. What's this 6 of crystals in reverse, or 7 of crystals in reverse? Page of Cups. Also, maybe also Page of Cups in reverse. So maybe on a burrowed dream of yours, something that has felt like it's kind of sat on the back burner is finally going to get some life, some resolution, some solution, where it finally like you're, yes, okay, this is finally kind of going through. Again, you're in, I want to say you have so many pages coming up here. And then we also have the Fool. So I want to say, water signs, this is very new energy. Okay. Very young energy. For some of you, this might have to do with kids. But for a lot of you, understand you're in a new stage here. Okay. Like this is new. It's like you're in a new phase or a new level that you're just starting to get your feet wet in, right? But you're not fully immersed in. You're just starting to understand the ropes or learning the ropes. What's this Moon in reverse? Oh my God, the Moon in reverse clarified by the Moon in reverse. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, there you are. Let me just get one more card. What is this Moon in reverse? Something about your emotions. Yeah, okay. And then we have the Chariot. We're going to have a movement. You are definitely getting movement here, water signs. Okay, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's you, right? Water signs, that's you. But in reverse, can sometimes be a little sensitive, a little emotional. Also, maybe not trusting her emotions or her intuition fully, but something around this is getting revealed. You're finally seeing the light on something that is related to this. Maybe not feeling like your emotions are being received or your feelings aren't being received. But whatever this is a good sign. Having the Moon, both two moons in reverse and the Chariot card, it's a big reveal and moving forward movement. And I also am getting a message here around this Queen of Cups of really understanding your power that's within, that sometimes is hidden, and you're starting to really utilize that, water signs. What's this Empress? What's this Empress in reverse? Yeah, okay, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. So you're like, yeah, I'm done being in this place. There's a sense of not feeling happy or content, and you're done being there, okay? And I really feel like this is like you're taking initiative to go within and really use your manifesting, your creation skills and tools and everything that you've got to build what it is that you want to build into form here. You're going into your feminine power. You're going into your intuition. You're going into the unknown places. You're looking at expanding yourself from the inside out. And you're doing it from a place of, yeah, I'm like where I have been is I'm not happy with that. So something has to get done. So it's like, all right, I'm ready to receive a blessing, right? Because that 4 of Cups is also speaking to this idea that there's a blessing there. Can you receive it? Let me see. Yeah, and then we have the Ace of Wands. So again, another very new energy coming in. This is a bit of an awakening period for you as well, water signs, where you're like, holy shit, aha moments, breakthroughs, in a sense of passion and spiritual energy. So there's something coming alive within you that's going to start gaining momentum and is going to gain excitement for you. And with this Hangman here in reverse, I'm getting another feel a shift here for you. a big shift. What is this Hangman in reverse? Yeah, okay. There you go. There's your Magician. Major manifestation coming in here for you through, I want to say, perspective shifts. Hold on a second here. We have the Justice card here. So things being fair and balanced. If there's been something where you've been battling like legal issues, they're going to be working out in your favor, it looks like. But also this is just, it just feels like overall things are working out in your favor. Like if things have felt out of balance for you and not in a good way in your favor, it feels like things are finally going to start going your way. So there's I want to get another card on this Hangman. Hold on a second here for my water signs. One more. Yeah, it's good news. It's really good news. We have the Page of Wands. So there's something exciting, something uplifting, something that's going to be like, hey, I want to share this with my friends, my family, my partner, like whoever, like there's some kind of good news coming in here for you and you're manifesting it. Your work is paying off. All of this is finally going to come through. So this is a big breakthrough moment for you. A major shift here for my water signs. So water signs, that's my reading for you. Let me know if that resonated with anyone in the live chat, or even if you're watching later and you want to drop in the comments, water signs, if this one really resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. All right. Dina, hello. Mudrox, hello. Dynamite. Good to see you. All right. All right, we're going to be moving on to air signs. You guys are next. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm glad, Pamela. All right, everyone. Let's find out what's in store for my air signs. Again, just for a little recap here, if you're listening for your ascendant, you're going to get the really big picture. Okay, if you're let me just move something out of the way here. Okay. If you're listening for your sun sign, it's likely going to apply more to your purpose, your career, your ambitions, goals, things of that nature, your identity. And if you're listening to your moon, it's going to be more about your home life, most likely. Home life, family, that kind of stuff. At least in a sense, if it's going to be more of the main theme, okay, in the reading. So, but ascendant's everything, okay? Ascendant's everything. And of course, you guys know Venus is love, money. All right. So, and again, if you're just joining me, at the beginning in the astrology portion, I mentioned the launch of Becoming the Medicine. It is an online 8-week shamanic retreat with me, where I'm going to take you into meeting the medicine frequency without actually having to take any kind of psychedelic. We're going to do 2 really big journeys. That's starting January 7th. So if you're really wanting to shift your timeline, get rid of 2025, like really leave it in your rear like I want to, this will be a powerful experience for a lot of you who want to join. I'm going to take you through the exact prep that I do with all of my clients who are doing guided journeys or coming to my retreats. And also, if you want to come to the retreat because you want that plant medicine journey, 2 tickets left. Links are in the description below, my loves. Oh, I swear, guys, I'm so excited. I've had a massive breakthrough over this weekend of shit that I have been going through since the beginning of fall. This has been one of the hardest years I've had in a very, very long time. But my meditation yesterday morning had a major breakthrough and shift that even in my meditation this morning was showing me something I'm going to be bringing forward to you guys probably later in 2026 that's going to be so freaking powerful. Usually I have to go through it myself before I can actually teach it, which I think is the way it should be. But holy shit, man. I wish I had... Sometimes, you know, when stuff is just like staring you right in the face and you're like, I don't understand. Why is this happening? What's going on? What does the universe want me to learn right now? And then like you see it and you're like, holy shit, it's been looking at me the whole time. Yeah, that's what I've been kind of going through right now. Oh man, talk about blind spots. We all have them. All right, air signs. Let's find out what is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge. What is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge for my air signs last half of December? Oh, well, air signs, you have the main theme of your reading is copper, which was the challenge for for water signs. But for you, it's the main theme. So looking at your challenge though, this is interesting. Again, I think you're really wanting to lean into something that's more at ease, more with flow. Again, it's about Aphrodite. It's about love. It's about really having fun again, you know, like not working so hard, or at least believing that in order for anything to get done, you have to work hard, right? Like your productivity can come from pleasure. And that is something that I talked about in my yes frequency, you know, in the thing. And it's something that I'm currently like also like programming myself to come out of because, you know, many of us, especially if we have boomer parents, which a lot of us do, right? They all come from a generation of like, you got to work hard. And if you don't work hard, you're never going to get what you need to. And it's more of like, we're kind of coming into this place of like, it doesn't have to be so hard. Like, I don't have to hustle. I don't have to break my back in order to get just the basic shit, right? And so for you, I'm feeling like this is about understanding, like, can you through your enjoyment and your pleasure achieve and build and have fertility in your productivity from that? Because your challenge is sugar. Okay, so this is about sweetness. What is sweet in life? So really like enjoying the sweeter things. And like, have you been pushing, you know, like, again, it's like that idea of like having to run somewhere, not being able to smell the roses on the way, right? Always just focused on where do I have to get to versus enjoying the journey. So there's something around that that's kind of coming up. Let me, oh, right. We just opened right up to it here. The sacred sweetness, the pleasure, the attraction, and really allowing like your enjoyment and your fun and all of that to kind of come through as like your magnetic force. So this material has had medicinal properties, which was raw honey, and was known in alchemy as a sacred elixir. So now most of our sources of sweetness are kind of literally and metaphorically processed. And defined by culture of consumption. So this card is a call to explore the simple sweetness in life. Can you add tenderness to your alchemical experiments? How about joy? How about laughter? It is likely the pleasure you crave will not be found from manufactured means, but from the childlike wonder residing in your heart. So remember the alchemical wisdom of like attracts like. So that is like, again, like everything that I was just saying. So kind of keep that in mind, air signs, as we kind of go into your reading now. So let's see. What do we need to know about the past for my air signs? We have the Ace of Crystals. We have the Tower in reverse. And we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, coming into the current energies for my air signs. We have the Hermit in reverse. The Two of Crystals in reverse. Don't freak out, air signs. That's actually a good card to have in reverse. So is the Hermit sometimes. Ooh, and there we go. There's your Wheel of Fortune, air signs. Haven't had the wheel come up in a long time, like in the readings. Like I don't feel like it's been coming up very often. But honestly, not surprised with the given year we've been in. Okay, we have the Seven of Stars in reverse, which is the Seven of Pentacles. Coming into the near future. The King of Cups in reverse. And the Six of Stars in reverse. Interesting energy. Okay, overall energy, yeah, makes sense. Ah, we have the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Stars underneath it. So again, this might be about money for some of you. This might be about where you're trying to, air signs, get in the driver's seat, like really boss up on your resources, your security, your sense of safety when it comes to your finances. This could also be about work in some way, like a job, a career. And for some of you, this might be health related, but the Emperor is like really, this is about taking the reins. Like this is your domain, right? Like it's about taking action. There's no other higher authority but you. For some of you, this might be about another higher authority in your life, who might be you're maybe needing to work with or any of that. But I see like an opportunity coming in here for you. This is about a new opportunity when it comes to your, again, money, security, resources, health, things of that nature. So in your past, you have the Ace of Crystals, the Tower in reverse, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. So we're looking at an aha moment here. Like, I don't know, a light bulb went off. Maybe you saw something in a new way, like a perspective shift. Something opened up here in your mind and you're like, ooh, again, a new idea, maybe it was also a new decision that you finally made. But with the Tower here in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse, you know, I feel like, air signs, you are trying to avoid an oh fuck moment. Okay? Like, oh shit. Where you're like, I don't want things to blow up. I don't want things to get destroyed or like have some sudden shakeup that I don't, that you don't have to have. And so also with the Nine of Cups here in reverse, I wonder if you've been overindulging in anything that maybe you shouldn't be. Or for some of you, if it's not that, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, this could also be like not wanting to put like your dreams on hold anymore, like what it is that you really want for yourself, like really not allowing that to be delayed any longer. And again, this energy is kind of like, okay, I'm not going to wait for the universe to drag me. I'm going to finally, I'm going to get ahead of the curve a little bit, and I'm going to avoid the moment where I'm being dragged kicking and screaming, or I'm going to actually walk myself. And it would be related to, again, not delaying on the thing that you should be saying yes to, but you've been delaying on it. It's something you want, but you're holding back. Now, coming into the current energies, we have the Hermit in reverse, the Two of Crystals in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like maybe, again, you've perhaps been a little bit recluse, air signs. Maybe you've been hanging out, holing up at home, or like just avoiding like big crowds or seeing a lot of people for whatever reason. Maybe it was necessary, maybe you needed to, but whatever that is, I see you finally like coming out of that because you're finally taking steps forward here. You're like, all right, I'm making a decision. I see my path forward and I'm ready to like walk along it. So like, it's no longer feeling like you don't know which direction to go. You're getting that clarity of okay, so there's no need to like, go within. There's no need to like stay in or like just again, almost hermit yourself from like your destiny, so to speak. And with the Wheel of Fortune coming in, there's big change, okay? Positive change coming in here for you. Something is finally moving forward in a big way. Now, the thing is, though, in your near future, we have the Seven of Stars in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Stars in reverse. Now, this is interesting because with the Seven of Stars in reverse, this is telling me like, okay, you're no longer wanting to put energy into something. You're like, I've waited long enough, or I'm no longer, for some of you, it's just not about waiting anymore. Like, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait for something to just bloom or come to, I'm going to kind of go for it, right? With the King of Cups here, though, in reverse, I don't know if you're dealing with someone who's maybe emotionally unavailable for you, or they've maybe someone that you care about that's maybe felt at a distance. And if that's the case, it's around an issue of feeling like things aren't reciprocal. Okay, like things aren't equal in the sense of give and take. Maybe you're the one putting in more, or maybe they are, but things aren't even Steven here. And so you're looking to find balance. For some of you, this isn't about another person, this King of Cups in reverse. This is about no longer delaying on your intuition, your highest intuition, okay? It's like, okay, like I cannot avoid listen, like I cannot not listen to it anymore. Like I have to move forward. And again, this Six of Stars in reverse would also be like, I can't keep withholding my, like allowing myself to withhold from what it is that I want to receive, right? So it's almost like you're not even letting your hand come out to receive and you just keep withholding and you're not like, I can't do that anymore. So that's kind of also some energy that I'm seeing here. So let's kind of see where this is all going. But I just see a full, like you're taking the reins here. And again, like new opportunity here around possibly, okay, well, money, as I was saying, Ace of Pentacles. So now you have two Ace of Pentacles, like one underneath it, supporting the energy, and one over here. So definitely new beginnings of security, new work, new money. Okay, Eight of Cups in reverse. This would be around something you've had a hard time leaving. There's something involved that it was a hard time leaving behind. And there you are, King of Swords, but you are so certain. You are so clear on whatever this is, air signs. Like you're not going to be wavering. There's no wavering energy coming, especially in this, like the last half of December. So you are ready to execute. You're ready to go for it. And it feels like you have a very clear map of like what needs to happen. So what's this Ace of Crystals in reverse? All right, Nine of Wands. Maybe it was time to surrender, to not push so hard, like the energy I was just talking about. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Again, the Page of Pentacles in reverse can also speak to like the that childlike wonder, right? That inner child wonder of extra, of abundance. Like there's so much to explore. There's so much, like, yeah. Okay. Seven of Wands in reverse. Definitely surrender. You had a really, big aha moment or breakthrough here, an idea, something, maybe even you made a decision here that you're like, all right, I gotta stop fighting this. Like I can't keep pushing. And you kind of like went through it. So what's this Tower in reverse? Okay, I like this energy. Good. Ooh, okay. So you have the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So again, more Pentacles energy coming up here for you. water signs had a ton of air. You guys are getting a lot of pentacles right now. So, there was a moment I was like, okay, I cannot let myself go through a tower moment, right? Or maybe you already did experience a tower moment in the past. Like this could be like something that kind of shook you, woke you up and like jolted you back to reality. But for some of you, like you're just like, I don't want to have this moment where I'm like, shit, I should have acted sooner. And so you're taking action. You've taken action here. You steady, slow, you didn't rush. Okay, and you're weighing your options. It looks like you're looking up at two different opportunities here or two different avenues. And you were kind of weighing things out as you slowly started taking options. Or for some of you, you're trying to just create balance. Okay, and then the 9 of Cups in reverse, we have the Page of Cups. And the 2 of Wands in reverse. So again, it feels like you had some forward movement up here, air signs, but the way ahead wasn't fully clear. Like you're moving forward, but you're still weighing things out. You're not exactly seeing the full path. That's coming. You're going to get that. And again, it's to this new opportunity or new beginning of a dream of yours that again may have been put on hold. Seeing this energy, I'm feeling like this is more about you withholding your own dreams, like withholding yourself from living the dream that you want or the timeline that you want to be in. Okay. Again, if this is about a change in career, maybe it's time to change careers. Maybe it's time to do something different. Maybe it's time to find a new source of income, or a new way of making money. Doesn't mean you have to give up the old one just yet, but maybe you're trying to like supplement so you can make the full changes. What's this Hermit in reverse? Star. You are following your destiny, air signs. You are coming out of whatever hibernation, whatever hole you've been buried in, and keeping yourself from. What else? You're really focused on like your big dreams. Again, okay, here's the Ace of Swords, and this is going to somehow be related to the ID that you had up here. So there's going to be you're getting like, okay, you're like, I'm going to take action. You're moving out of solitude. You're moving out of hiding yourself from the world, okay? And again, you might even make a decision here. If you were thinking about the decision here, you're going to make it now. Okay, and this is again about something related to your destiny, your biggest dreams and wishes. What's this 2 of Crystals? It's a big period for you, air signs. Yeah, okay, Ace of Cups, you're going after your dream. You're going after what you want. Air signs, like it's so fucking crystal clear here for you. Oh my God, it's coming in hot. It's coming in fast. 8 of Wands. Okay, so whatever's coming in this last half of December for you, air signs, you are getting very clear on it, and you are also taking action. Things are moving fast. You might get an email or a phone call or some kind of news here that comes in super fast about a new opportunity that's related to your dream that you're like, finally, and now I know exactly what to do. Like something like that is really coming in here for you. What's this Wheel of Fortune? Okay, the 9 of Cups in reverse. So the delay on your dreams, the delay on what it is that you want is finally changing. And with the 4 of Cups here in reverse, this is, again, it's like you're finally getting to a place of like not being where you want to be, right? So it's like all of that changed. The wheel starting to move in your favor of all of that. So this is a big shift for you, air signs, in this last half of December. What's the 7 of Stars in reverse? We have the 2 of Cups. So there could be an agreement. Something could kind of come here where you're like, all right, I'm taking my energy out of this and I'm moving towards this because I'm ready to say yes. We had the Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh shit. So with the Queen of Cups in reverse, also for some of you, this might involve someone you care about, you have deep feelings for. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is more about an opportunity finally coming together, like your dream and you starting to merge. And again, I will say, interesting, there was some sort of I don't know if it was an emotional attachment. I don't know if it was an emotional attachment that was kind of keeping you invested in something, but you're no longer going to be emotionally attached, that would have kept you from saying yes to this thing. Maybe also like at one point intuitively it was a yes and now it's no longer a yes. I don't know. There's something around that I'm getting for this, that you're going to be like, you know what? No. Like this is bigger, like this Two of Cups feels like a bigger energy. So there's something coming together here for you. And I do feel like it's like an agreement of some sort. What's this King of Cups in reverse? Okay, the Three of Cups in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. I feel like there's someone, feels like someone's emotionally unavailable. Or again, this may have even been your own intuition. Okay. I don't know. There's something as you're making this agreement, air signs. It also feels like there's a little bit of an upheaval in a sense of between you and your friends, or maybe someone from your past. Someone that maybe felt like a soulmate to you. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. Okay. But there's something where like, it feels like, you've outgrown them is what it feels like. You've outgrown someone, and whatever you're saying yes to, like this person may not be fully supportive or on board for your dreams and all of that. And it feels like you're like saying, you know what? Maybe it's time we part ways, or maybe it's just time I distance myself, like, you go do you, I'm going to do me, and maybe we'll meet again at some point, or just, there's something around that energy coming in here. What's the Six of Stars? Six of Stars in reverse. Oh, geez. My cards are flying all over the place. Hold on a second here. Okay. We have the High Priestess coming in. You're going to receive something here that, yeah, this Three of Swords in reverse. You are no longer going to leave yourself at a separation from what you know is yours, what you're ready to receive. You're going to balance out this receiving energy. And I would say, given the oracle cards that have come up for you, air signs, it's really important for you to lean into what feels good, what lights you up, what gives you pleasure, what brings sweetness into your life. If things have felt dull, if things have felt bland, if things have felt like just, I don't know, lackluster, this is like where you're getting yourself out of that. Okay. And you're leaning into the things that actually like spark something inside of you that make you enjoy life again. So, air signs, that's my reading for you. I like it. I like where it's going. Just, there is a little something here coming up though with someone, it looks like that is maybe not on board, not supportive. It's okay. Just let them go. It doesn't feel like it has to be a big issue. It may be a couple of people too. Like it might just be a couple of friends. Like, I don't know. But it feels though that like your excitement is bigger. So it doesn't like affect you greatly. Like it might be a little bit in the moment, but it feels like you almost understand why this is like happening. So yeah, air signs. Let me know if that one resonated. Shidi, you're very welcome. Thanks, Dana. Hey, Move with Kathy. Hi, River Speak. Good. I'm glad you're back, Mudrak. Oh, good, Dynamite. Spot on for your water sign. Okay, cool. All right, so let's move on to fire signs. You guys are next. Okay. Aries, Leo, and Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This one is for you. Let's find out what's in store for you for the last half of December. Readings are moving along nicely. Okay. Put that there. All right. I feel like there's something I want to say, but I don't know what it is. But there's like something like lingering up here in my mind that is not, it's like in a fog, that Neptune energy. What is it that I wanted? Oh, I will say this. Guys, if you missed last week's podcast, do not miss that one. That one is so fucking good. We talk about the 24th chromosome getting activated, the new human. We're currently in a 30-year window for the new human activation, and how only 0.5% of us have actually activated that 24th chromosome. What it means, what you can understand, like if you've activated, how to know. It was so good, and then there's a really good channeling in there. Definitely check that one out. Don't miss it. Tomorrow's podcast, I have someone who is definitely done a lot of work with shamans in the Amazon. We talk about ayahuasca, plant medicine journeys, and also the bridging of teaching the wisdom to the children. It's a really cool episode. That's going to be coming out tomorrow. And then next week, I will get into my 2026 predictions for you guys. That's coming out next week. So stay tuned for that. All right, fire signs. Let's see. What is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge? Main theme of... Oop, okay. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So, fire signs. Yours is smoke. The theme is smoke, which is kind of a bit of a interesting, has a bit of a Neptunian energy because you can't see, you can't breathe in the smoke, right? It's like, but it's also a sign of danger. Not to freak you out right now, but, let's see. Smoldering, warning, illusion. So this could be about an illusion that's really coming to the surface. Let's see. Smoke. It travels great lengths with its signature scent, warning of a flame somewhere in life's laboratory, such is the nature of the smoke card. So when it's present, the senses are aroused and enticed, yet the warning of the fire cannot be ignored. What kind of smoke is it? Was the fire intended? Was it a ritual or an accident? Does the smoke carry notes of incense and herbs, or is it laced with fear-stricken scent of destruction? So is this smoke from a fire of transformation? Okay. Or is this smoke from something that's getting ready to burn down and you don't realize it? This card asks you to wake up, to become alert to what is happening around you. Something burns. Those around you may fall under smoke's seduction, or they may flee in a panic. Don't get distracted by the response. Stay in your own lane and see what emerges as you study the smoldering veil. Now, your challenge is the golden rose, which is really interesting because this is about like what you... sorry, one second here. What you deem sacred and It's all about like what's on your altar, but also like this understanding the golden rose has a secret, a certain mysticism that is not supposed to be known. So when we have the smoke card coming up here as a theme, it's also like known that, okay, maybe there's something that you can't see, but you're also not meant to see. The rose has long been used as a symbolic image for the summation of alchemy. The outer petals represent the first 7 planets in operations, while the inner petals protect the revelations from unwelcome eyes. So what exactly resides at the center of the golden rose? So again, you may want to create an illusion. For some of you, you may be wanting to create an illusion so that others don't see what you're working on or what you're currently doing. Okay, that might be what's actually happening here. The rose spirals inward and outward simultaneously. It offers beauty to the onlooker while concealing its inner chambers. It's the complex nature of the golden rose. It challenges the alchemists to reorient their thinking and devote their work to honoring the secret rather than attempting to become the master of it. Kneel at the altar of the unknown. Cherish the golden rose. It is a model of the self. More will be revealed. Okay, so interesting. Fire signs. One of the things that I am getting from this, and I think more will be like revealed as the cards come out, but I want to say that be wary of who you let in and who you don't. To whatever it is that maybe you're working on. Okay, let me just use an example. If you're like trying to better yourself, right? And there are certain things that you've got to start saying no to and things that you want to say yes to that maybe people who are in your circle would be like, why are you saying no to that? Why are you saying yes to that? Like, I don't like, why? You know, like, again, it's that idea of like, you're changing and I don't want, sometimes it's best to just let the peanut gallery be in the smoke while you work on what you need to work and keep it secret. So I want to just say that might be something that's kind of coming up here. Let's kind of just, for others of you though, just be on the lookout. There might be something you need to be aware of, okay? With that smoke card coming in. What do we need to know about the past? We have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and then the 9 of Cups in reverse. We also have the 9 of Stars in reverse. Oh, yeah. Okay. 3 of Cups in reverse. What did I tell you? See? 3 of Cups in reverse. I'm feeling it. There are people who are not going to support the change you're going through. Keep it under the veil of some smoke. Do let it be smoke and mirrors. It's really starting to come through, especially since I'm seeing the Death card in the heart of your spread now. 10 of Crystals, yeah, in reverse. You are really looking to put some really tough times behind you. Something that's been like really challenging you mentally, like big fears, big pain, something has just been like on your mind and weighing on you. But you're really ready to put that chapter behind you. There we have the 2 of Cups coming into your near future. Same position as water signs. The Page of Stars. And the Chariot in reverse. Okay, overall energy. Yeah, I fucking nailed this one. Okay, I'm just saying. This is exactly what I was feeling. The High Priestess with the King of Wands behind her. Fuck, man. What? Fire signs. Okay. This is exactly what I was feeling. Okay. So you have to keep secret whatever it is that you're doing. I mean, maybe a couple people you can really let in. Do not let a lot of people know about this. Okay. Some of it will just get in your head. Some of people will like bring you down. Just say no to that. This is where you have to really protect your peace, protect what it is that you're trying to build. This all about like the High Priestess mystery. Okay. Keeping things mysterious. And you behind the mystery. Okay. So, There you go. This is a very like obvious reading right now. So in the past, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Stars in reverse. So I don't know. It feels like, I don't know if you felt, for some of you, it does feel like there's been some sort of, I'm just going to say it, overindulgence. Some of you, it might have been like some kind of addiction. It could be just as simple as coffee or sugar addiction. I don't know. Addiction to a toxic relationship, you know, like it doesn't have to be like so extreme as like maybe drugs or alcohol, though it could be for some of you. But with the Ace of Wands, I feel like there was an awakening period here. Something like kind of woke you up, but then you went back to sleep. And you know, with the Nine of Stars here too in reverse, this does speak about codependency. So you may be codependent on something or someone. Or it could just also be that you're not living up to your full potential. Okay. And so I'm seeing like something a little heavier kind of coming in here. But again, it doesn't have to be so serious, although for some of you it might be, or some kind of range in between. But there's something here where you're like, I can't keep doing this, or this isn't good for me anymore, or like this isn't allowing me to move forward. This isn't allowing me to step into what I know like I'm destined for, or the person I know I should be. So I do feel like you're kind of going through this phase, fire signs, where you're like, I need to make some changes in myself. I want to become like this future version of myself. I want to start saying yes. Like I said, you want to start saying yes to certain things, and now you know you have to say no to other things. And again, I am seeing there's going to likely be some sort of disruption coming up here in the last half of December for you with some friends, okay? Or just people around you. Could be coworkers, could be siblings. But with the Three of Cups here in reverse, there's going to be some kind of upsetness. So you may end up letting in people that you shouldn't have let in. But it's okay. If that happens, fire signs, it's a lesson learned, right? This is where you want to keep things a little closer to your chest. But you're going through a death. You're going through major transformation here. Something is closing so a new door can open for you. And you're really putting something difficult and painful behind you. You're ready. You're like, I'm done with this. Now, coming into the future energies is looking really good for you. So I feel like the last half of December is about like paying. It's like, oh no, that's not the right expression to use. But basically it's like, all right, you have to show up for yourself and say the things that need to be said, or deal with the things that need to be dealt with. You're going to have to hold your own. Now, coming into the future energy of the Two of Cups, the Page of Stars, and the Chariot in reverse. So again, I see like harmony coming in here. I see like merging of you, like you and something else. Something is finally coming together. It's uniting. It's becoming one. Okay. And with the Page of Stars here, it's like you're in the initial stages of learning something, right? It's important that you take your time and that you go slow with this Page of Stars. You're really wanting to do it right. Okay, you're like, I don't want to screw this up. I really want to be successful in all of this, is what I'm seeing. The issue is, though, with the Chariot here in reverse, just be prepared that how you're going to move forward may not be in the straight line that you think it is. There's likely going to be some twists and turns, and your forward movement is likely going to come in ways that you're not expecting or you weren't anticipating. So let's go into the clarifiers. Okay, High Priestess. Yeah. Okay, Hangman in reverse. I do feel like part of this is about a deeper spiritual awakening for some of you, fire signs. I feel like I'm going through another spiritual awakening of my own right now. And I'm a moon Sag, Mars and Venus. Aries. Okay, Ace of Swords here in reverse. One more. And the Temperance card. Okay. You're kind of in the midst of a reality shift and change here, fire signs. And it just seems like, yeah, you're going to have to keep yourself a little bit of a mystery, what you're doing. And a lot of this is coming from maybe a shift in your beliefs, the shift in how you're seeing things ahead. Like you're starting to see your reality, your world in a whole new way. And again, it's like, it feels like this Ace of Swords feels like something you've already known, but you've maybe like not fully developed yet. And with the Temperance card, it's like you're taking your time, but you're going through a very alchemical process, right? You're trying to blend two polarities into one for some kind of healing or change. But it's important, like, you take your time. I think it's really important that I say that because it's coming up twice now here in your reading. Don't rush the process, but don't delay it either. Okay, just move accordingly, step by step, take your time, but also don't bring in energy that shouldn't be part of it. It's not supportive. What's this Ace of Wands in reverse? Okay, we have, there you go, the King of Wands. So this is about you. Again, like, it feels like something like spiritually awakened within you. There's your Three of Cups in reverse again. I just don't feel like there's people around you who are as supportive as you would want them to be, or maybe as you need them to be. For some of you, maybe you've realized that there's certain people around you that you're just like, they aren't good for me. It's kind of like that energy of, you always want to surround yourself around people who will help you get to the next level, right? Or are already at, or are currently like also in the same kind of mission as you. Because if you're constantly trying to help other people up, like, you eventually get to pull down. And it's not to say that you can't help anyone, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like, where it's the overall arching energy is always like, you're the one who's always helping everyone below you, but you don't have the support above you. This is where you're really needing to know, like, you've got to start putting the right support around you that can give you the vision that maybe you can't see yet, that they've already gone through things that you've gone through, right? You want to like have that kind of support around you. What's the Nine of Cups in reverse? Yeah, I really feel like you're in a leveling up phase here. Okay, we have the Hermit, the Nine of Cups. I feel like you were burying something or trying to like push it aside of something that you're like, you should look at because it's keeping you stuck. Okay. So I do feel like there was this moment of like kind of going back to sleep in a sense, not like in the worst way, but just more of in a, I'll get to it, like, okay, I'm aware of it, but I just don't know if I'm ready to fully like look at that thing yet. And that's what I'm kind of getting here. Again, it would be around something that you're like, I've been putting too much energy into it. It's not good for me. It's not supporting me. It might be someone, it might be something, it might be a behavior. It might just even be like a toxic situation or environment. Like, with your Nine of Stars too, like, again, this brings in either a codependent energy or the energy of stifling your full potential. So we have the Four of Cups here in reverse. So there's something happened here where you're like, you know what? I can't keep doing this. Like, I'm better than this. It's kind of like the wake up call energy, and really like, I'm not going to stay here any longer. And you're kind of remembering like some of your dreams, right? Some of you may have children and you're like doing it for your children, but some of you are more like, okay, like, I have this connection to something very big. Like, you can feel like the energy from like whatever, it's like past lives coming through, or just some deep nostalgia, like of a dream of yours that, you're like, it's time to move on this. What is the Three of Cups here in reverse? Ooh, the Four of Wands. Some of you might be going to an event. of course, like with the holidays, very, very likely this is a family event. Something could happen. There's an upset. Someone's not happy. Just be aware of that. We also have the World card coming in. First time we've seen the World tonight. Maybe this is around travel. For some of you, this is about like traveling somewhere. This is about an accomplishment. This is about finally closing a chapter. Whatever this is some sort of, I don't know. You are happy, but people around you aren't happy. Or not as happy as you'd like them to be. And it looks like it's happening at some kind of either a holiday party or maybe a family event with the Four of Wands there. For some of you, this might be with an actual like soulmate kind of person. But I'm feeling like it's more to do with some kind of holiday party or family event. God, we all know how lovely family is over the holidays for a lot of us. I feel like as I've gotten older, it's gotten better, which I'm very grateful about. But all right, let's see the Death card. What's this Death card? Because this is Six of Pentacles. You're ready to receive. You're ready to get yours. It's in a sense of, this is a gift sometimes coming in, a gift of transformation. It could be what, let me just get another couple more cards on here. Yeah. Eight of Cups. You're leaving something behind. Seven of Cups. You're leaving behind confusion, or also is realizing, I have other options. And I'm ready to like go through this. Like I'm ready to say no and let something go. The Death card and the Eight of Cups here together, that's very powerful, like letting go energy, right? And you're finally like saying yes to an option that actually is going to give you something in return. Like it's going to bless you. What's this 10 of Crystals in reverse? Eight of Pentacles. This might have something to do with work for you or a certain level of your own mastery, like time, something that you really want to become a master of. You want to put a lot of energy and time into it, learn it, study it. There's the High Priestess in reverse. It's like, it's no longer a mystery to you. You're like ready. You're going like full force. Like there's a big shift here for you, fire signs, into this. I just want to say that it's important to just be wary of who you tell. Just only tell people that you know are going to support you. What's this Two of Cups? Okay. We have the Wheel and the Magician both in reverse. So this has been something that you have been waiting for, that you've been wanting to manifest, been wanting to bring into creation, wanting to build. And it's just been delayed. There hasn't been any movement on it. Well, that's finally coming together for you in the near future. What is the Page of Stars? What is this Page of Stars? Okay, again, Page of Cups in reverse. Again, it's a dream that you've like waited on, that you've pushed aside, that you've held back on. You're finally like, no, I'm going to do this. And with the Queen of Swords in reverse, you're like, and I got to cut some shit out. I got to, whatever it is, whether it's people, things, environments, whatever it is, you're like, I got to get serious about this. I got to cut this out. Like there's no bones about it. And then the Chariot card here in reverse. Oh, interesting. We have the Death card in reverse and the Empress card. Look, really lean into trusting what is coming alive inside of you. There is a fertility within you that is growing. Okay. And what you finally like let go of, there might be some reintroduction, like things trying to come back in here with the Death card in reverse, which you finally said, no, I'm ready to let go of it. just remember your value, remember what you're expanding into, remember who you're becoming, okay? So that you can say no to those things. That might kind of create some, like, again, like some twists and turns in how you're going to get there. Again, it doesn't feel like it's a straight line. That's okay. Most shit isn't, okay? But I just want to say it's really important to remember your own expansion, to not make yourself small, to not like dim your light or dim your dream down, or, you know, try to make it digestible to someone else. Fuck that. Like, go for it. Okay. Fire signs, just, you might have to cloak and dagger what you're doing in order for it to be the most supported. Okay. In what you're doing. So just kind of keep that in mind. So fire signs, that's my reading for you. Let me know if that was resonating. And also, fire signs, can you guys come back into the comments after, like, throughout the holidays, and let me know if any of this shit actually happened? Because I'd be curious to know. Whew. All right. Let me know any fire signs in the live chat where that one really resonated with you. Hey, John. Good to see you. Hi, AVCG podcast. Okay. Good. Glad to hear it, Kathy. All right, we're going to earth signs. Earth signs, you guys are next. Sweet timing here. Again, if you're just joining, check out Becoming the Medicine that's launching January 7th. If you're wanting to be a part of guided journeys, shamanic ceremony, prepping for a journey like I would with anyone who's doing a psychedelic guided journey, but not this time, we're not going to use the psychedelics. I'm going to teach you and guide you into the frequency of the medicine to start changing your reality, to start saying yes to the thing you really know you're meant to say yes to. It's a 1 year, guys. This is like no more delays. No more delays. This is where, like, this year is all about ending, closing things up, saying, okay, I'm done. Like, this is the year where we're really doing that. So, if you've been wanting to come to one of my retreats, or you've been wanting to go and maybe do plant medicine somewhere, but you just haven't been able to get there, but you still want to have that experience, this is a great option. If you're not interested in plant medicine, but you still want ceremony and you want that experience, this is also great. Maybe you just want to prep. Maybe you just want this to prep for a medicine journey that you eventually want to go on. The Becoming the Medicine is going to be a really powerful thing, and it's really the beginning of something bigger that I'm planning. So if you want to be on the ground floor of that, definitely sign up, secure your spot. You'll instantly get access to Velocity Oracle right away, instantly, as soon as you sign up. So you'll get extra added bonus with her. And then we're going to go into it. Also, 3-day 180 retreat. 2 tickets left. If you want to come in February, be here with me in the snow, in the mountains, by an icy river, by a very big fireplace. We're going to do fire ceremony. Love to have you. This is going to be a fantastic retreat. Remember, we're doing 2 journeys at this retreat, 2 mushroom journeys, as well as the cacao ceremony. So lots of plant medicine if you're really wanting that. Okay. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's find out what's in store for my earth signs for the last half of December, our last reading for 2025. What is going on? Okay. Let's do this. What is the main theme of Earth signs reading and what is the potential challenge? Hi Dots, good to see you. Thanks for joining in from Ireland. All right, what is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge? Okay. Very funny. Okay. All right. Earth signs. The main theme of your reading is glass. So this is about perspective and what you're focusing on. Okay. So what is it that you're focusing on? Because I do believe there's something that you're really trying to pull together. This is about transparency, focus, seeing. So glass transmits a sacred exchange between the alchemist and their work. Through the glass vessel, the alchemist sees their work and the work sees the alchemist. So what was once clouded in confusion becomes focused. What was once veiled becomes obvious. So there could be something here that has been a little bit confusing or not fully seen yet that could be coming into more focused view for you here. How are you currently seeing the world? What is your perspective? The glass card can be thought of as the gift of true perception. So with it, you naturally focus on what is most central in your life. All else falls away into the periphery. So this is really about earth signs. You've got to really, there's something here that you're really needing to focus on. And you might be distracting yourself by focusing on a lot of other things that, again, might be the opposite of what it is the thing that you want to focus on. So that's like diluting the field, right? It's diluting the broadcast of like your frequency going out of what it is that you want to bring together, because your challenge is conjunction. So this is telling me that you're trying to merge two things. Like you're trying to maybe merge like your vision with your reality. You're trying to merge yourself with a higher timeline. Maybe you're trying to merge yourself into your future self, like whatever, or maybe this is like merge with another. I don't know, but there's something here that you're trying to merge with, and your focus may be going in some places that it shouldn't be going. It's easy to slip into an old mode of seeing, again, like those old beliefs. Also, like, it's again, if you're trying to change your reality, it can be so hard sometimes when you're like not seeing the results yet and saying, oh, see, this is always what happens and I'm not seeing it, so I don't believe it. But like there's something here about like really needing to override that, earth signs. So hold steady to your new alchemical lens. Their power is very mighty. The power of your vision, the power of your beliefs. Because remember, beliefs create perception. Okay, belief, what you believe, you will see. So it's really important. There's something around that that's really coming up for you here, earth sign. So let's go into your reading. What do we need to know about the past for my earth signs? Okay. All right, we have the 6 of crystals in reverse. Woof. We have the devil in reverse. First time the devil has come up. What else do we need to know? You're unbinding yourself, earth signs, from something. We also have the hangman in reverse. This has come up in 3 readings now, I think, if not all 4, but I know for sure 3. And always in reverse. The veil is being lifted, especially with Neptune now going direct again. You know, there's things that you can't unsee. There's things that you can't ignore. You can't have any of these illusions around things. Perspectives are changing. You're allowed to see things in new ways. This is important for your reading. What else do we need to know about what's coming into the current energies for my earth signs? The 2 of stars in reverse. The lovers in reverse. The 9 of wands upright. Ooh, strength card coming in. First strength card we've gotten. What else is coming into the near future? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. But then we also have the Eight of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, overall energy. Nine of Stars in reverse with the Three of Wands upright. Okay. So, okay, Earth signs, it feels like you're a little deflated. Okay. You're feeling a little deflated. You're waiting for something to come in. It feels like obviously you must be putting effort in, to something, but you're not seeing it yet. Okay. You're not seeing it yet. So it's like, there's a little bit of like, oh, am I doing it wrong? Should I change? Like there, maybe what's the use could also be an energy that's coming in as I'm kind of seeing the Nine of Wands coming in, but, do not fret. Do not freak out here, Earth signs, because I do feel strongly like things are coming together for you. You're just in the midst of a big perspective shift. And when I say perspective shift, I really don't even feel like that's doing what I'm feeling justice, because it's bigger than just like, oh, now I get to see it in a new way. Like it's grander, like it's bigger. The Six of Crystals in reverse, the Devil in reverse, the Hangman in reverse. So you've been kind of stuck in a place you don't want to be in anymore. Okay. And like you've been trying to break free of it with the Devil here in reverse. But you've been feeling bonded. You've been feeling stuck, right? Some of this might be bringing up a lot of fears for you, and you're trying to shake loose. It feels like you're really trying to shake loose. But I also see with the Hangman here in reverse, you had an enlightening moment. There was a moment of enlightenment here where you're like, holy shit. And things were seen more clearly. There was a new perspective brought in, maybe a deeper awakening of some sort. So this is good. Now coming into the last half of this month, we have the Two of Stars in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and then the Nine of Wands. I do see with the Two of Stars here, I see you making a choice. Okay, you're going to make a choice. And with the Lovers here in reverse, this is interesting, this energy. Because obviously the Lovers in reverse is very Gemini energy. It's about decisions. This energy feels to me like maybe this involves someone else, but it feels like there's something that you feel separate from, okay? And you're making a choice to build the bridge. You want to bridge the gap. And Nine of Wands, you're kind of in the last final push of it. It can feel right now like you're like, oh my God, how much more? Like, do I have to do before I finally see some results, or I finally feel like I'm at the end of it all, right? But there's going to be something here where you finally make a choice to build a bridge between something that has felt separate. I feel like you're also going to get some of that energy, where you're going to feel because this Nine of Wands feels like you get some reward, or some, it's, when you're running a marathon and you got people at different stations, to kind of you're almost there, and they give you a glass of water or an energy bar, or I don't know, something. And it just gives you the right fuel to just finish the thing. It feels like something's going to come in that does that for you. Now coming into the future energies, you have the Strength, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then the Eight of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Wands. Look, whatever you're doing requires a lot of fucking courage, okay? It's like you're mustering a lot of courage. It's taking a lot of your energy to go through this. And I think with the Knight of Cups here in reverse, I want to say that there's something being offered to you, but it's feeling a little delayed. It's not that it's not coming in. It's coming in, but it's going to be a little delayed. And I'm saying that because I don't want you to give up, Earth signs. The Knight of Wands here in reverse and the Eight of Cups. It's like what you really want to leave behind, but you're struggling to, is this kind of in and out energy, right? And I think it's in and out energy of in and out of the old energy and the new energy. So you're kind of doing this dance between the old you and the new you, the old timeline, the new timeline, right? And so there's not a lot of consistency here yet for you. And I say yet, I want to underline yet for you. It's very important because I do feel like things are coming together. But again, it's like that believing is then seeing, right? Not seeing is believing. It's really important for you to remember that through this whole process, Earth signs. So let's see what this 9 of Stars in reverse is all about that has the 3 of Wands underneath it. All right, so we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords. You have likely had to cut ties with maybe a group, a project, you know, or some of you are just like, you know, it feels like you're feeling isolated from the results of the foundations you're building. That's also like this energy that I'm getting from the Queen of Swords and 3 of Pentacles, both in reverse. So like it's really affecting your personal idea of what success should feel like, you know, like you're kind of holding yourself to this standard of like, maybe by now certain things should have shown up, but they haven't yet, right? I want to say that if you or signs are really pushing the boundaries of where you're going, that sometimes it can take a little longer when you're in that newer transition phase to really start like anchoring in that consistency again that you're used to seeing for like things that are easier, right? But you're like really pushing yourself right now. What's the 6 of Crystals in reverse? What's the 6 of Crystals? There we go. Yeah. Okay. King of Pentacles in reverse, and there you are. And then the 3 of Wands in reverse. Again, you were in this place of like, shit's just not happening. It's not showing up, you know, and maybe, you know, with the King of Pentacles here in reverse, like the King of Pentacles in reverse, this is just you feeling like, it could just be like you feeling like off your game. It could just be you feeling like a little like your world's upside down or signs. But some of you also might be like also feeling like, sometimes you're ready to show up and sometimes you're like, what's the point? You know, like nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. Like that's what I'm seeing in this past energy here. What's this Devil? Because again, it's like you're trying to shake yourself loose from something. You're trying to break free. Okay, 3 of Swords. Something has been causing you a lot of problems, a lot of pain. 3 of Swords, again, is the ultimate separation card. Okay, it's like you feeling separate from something, someone. There's likely been a lot of tears shed for you, Earth signs. Again, the Chariot, like you're trying to move forward. You're trying to get the ball rolling, right? But it's been difficult. It's been really hard. Like something has been almost like a ball and chain on your soul, on your energy field. Like, I don't know, like something has just been feeling like it's holding you back. But I see a moment of enlightenment here with the Hangman in reverse. We have the 4 of Wands. And the 5 of Swords. Interesting, because this is kind of giving me soul contract from like a destiny energy of like also like seeing how you've been sabotaging that. So like with the 5 of Swords, like you kind of like, oh, now I see why it hasn't been working. Oh, because I've been doing this. And again, it's like so hard when you're trying to like override something in the midst of feeling like there's everything working against you. Like it's like you're trying to run into like gale force wind, right? Like you're almost getting pushed backwards. Like that's the energy that I feel like you've been kind of going through here, Earth signs. But you had some kind of enlightenment of realizing what it is within you that has been contributing to creating that energy. It may not be just all you, right? Remember, sometimes that pressure is there by design. It's It's how the coal turns into a diamond. There's a lot of pressure, and pressure has been really big in the last 3 months of this year. Two of Stars in reverse. Oh my God, look at that. Ace of Pentacles and the Devil in reverse. So you are choosing a new avenue of income, of money, of safety, maybe career, job, something, but security, safety, and you are breaking free of whatever fears, things are holding you back. Like there's some kind of like choice or decision or like something like very definitive in this energy that you're like saying yes to. It's happening, and it's bringing in an opportunity here potentially for some of you for new resources, new avenues of money, new, maybe more money, like a promotion or something like that. What's this? Lovers. Oh my God, in reverse. Stop. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so we have the Lovers upright with the the Knight of Cups. You are getting something. Earth signs, you're getting it. The thing that you've been working so hard, you're finally getting it. What you felt separated from is finally coming to you. And it's coming in like there's an offer like of what you've wanted, like what you've been like your heart, your soul has been so tied to, like you've been working towards. For some of you, this could really be about a relationship, a love, like something's like merging, like coming together here. You and your partner could finally be getting on the same page. Your partner may be offering you something. I don't know. Maybe this is a new relationship for some of you. But like really overall, something that you felt separated from that you've been trying to bring together, this conjunction, you needed a perspective shift. You needed to see things more focused, more clearly, and you finally do. And now you're getting movement. So what's this 9 of Wands? So this does feel like, how I said, like it feels like you're given something to like tide you, like to give you the fuel to get to the end, right? Because you're really close. So what's this 9 of Wands? 7 of Cups in reverse. So you're very clear. Like you're like, I'm not leaving any room for other alternative options, other alternative, like lesser timelines. Like I'm choosing the one and that's it. Like your eyes, you're locked in. You're locked in here, Earth signs. What else do we need to know about this 9 of Wands? Earth signs readings getting better and better. We have the Sun card. Brighter days. There is something that's very uplifting for you happening over the last half of December. You're going to feel so uplifted. Optimism is coming in. Hope is coming in, but it's not unfounded hope. It's hope with roots. Okay. There's something like you've been working so hard. I can feel it at this. And you're finally going to start to see some of the fruits of your labor. What's this Strength card coming into the near future? What's this Strength card? There we go. There's your 9 of Pentacles upright. So here is in reverse. Now we have it upright. So you're going to start feeling successful. It's taken a lot for you to get here. Okay. But you got to keep pushing forward because I don't feel like you're done yet. And I say like done because it feels like you've got momentum. You're making strides. You're getting wins, but your big win is still ahead of you. And you've got to keep going for that. Because you've got a really big vision here. Earth signs. And then we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. So like so this is where the strength is coming from. There might be some inner conflict coming up within you as you're getting these wins, like, how like, so this is what happens. Guys. As you like start to like receive the thing that you've been wanting to receive, all of a sudden you're like, oh, but like, can I handle this? Oh, but like, is it going to be taken away from me? Like, oh, when is the next shoe going to drop? Like, when is it going to, like, when's the rug going to be pulled out from under me? Right. So you start to, you work so hard, you finally receive it. And then you don't even let yourself enjoy it. Like, you don't even be like, yeah, my hard work, I finally like, yes. And you totally enjoy it. And you like hold that. This is because okay. This is the thing you have to do here, Earth signs. Really work on expanding your ability to hold the thing that you're trying to bring in, that you're manifesting, calling in, like saying yes to. Okay. Because there's going to be some inner conflict here when you do receive the thing, like that is part of what you've been asking for. So just like you're going to kind of go, so just have the courage, have the strength, just keep like believing in yourself and don't let your beliefs go to old like patterns and habits. What's this Knight of Cups in reverse? Because now this Knight of Cups in reverse might be pertaining to this. Let me see. What is this? Two of Cups in reverse. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, this is Strength. You know how many times we've had the Two of Cups here? So I'm just like, hold on a second. What's this? And the Moon. You have the Lovers up here finally coming together. The Moon. What's this Moon? Success. Believe in yourself, Earth signs. It looks like doubt's going to come in. You're going to like start doubting yourself. Okay, you're going to start like there's going to be a moment in the near future, okay, where like it's almost like is it too good to be true? And you've got to like understand this is your time to be seen. Like this is where you should be like, you know what? No, like I've created this. I've worked for this and I'm going to create more. I'm going to keep doing more. You know, like this isn't about like there's some kind of pattern or belief behind the scenes here that thinks like once you have it, it's going to get taken away from you or you're going to lose it or like I don't know. So what's this energy? 8 of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Because that's that energy, that inconsistency. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Two of Wands. Your intuition knows what to do. Trust your intuition, trust your heart in taking you there. It looks like, you know, like you're kind of navigating again, you're still in a transition phase here, Earth signs, okay? But you're like right at the end of the transition. So it's like you're at this fork in the roads where you're going to have to really lean into your intuition. Something's going to come up here that's going to be something from the past that you're like, you thought you had said no to, like, okay, I'm ready to put that behind me, but it comes back in and you're not like sure. It's kind of the energy that comes back in has this energy of like, sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. I don't know, like when I want to, whatever. So it feels to me like there's going to be a moment here where you're going to have to really listen to your intuition, Earth signs, to make the choice at this fork in the roads where you're like, am I going to go back to the past or am I going to keep moving forward with what I'm doing? And it feels like whatever the past is that it might be bringing in some kind of like false sense of security or lower levels of security for you because you're opening up to new levels of safety and security and money and maybe a job, promotions, something of that nature. So it's like, don't say yes to the old timeline, okay? Keep moving and agreeing and only saying yes to the newer energy, not the old energy. So, but I do see like a big, like, so you're getting something this last half of December, and it's not just a Christmas gift. For some of you it might be, for some of you it might be a proposal. Actually, some of you might be a proposal. Obviously, that's not many of you. But with this Ace of Pentacles and this Knight of Cups and the Lovers on the Lovers, and then the Sun card, I don't know. Could be. Just for some of you. I'm just putting it out there. So anyways, Earth signs, that's my reading for you. Let me know if that one resonated for any of you in the live chat. And of course, if you're watching later, let me know in the comments. Please hit the like button, everyone, if you haven't yet. I appreciate the love and support. And of course, tomorrow's podcast will be out with an amazing, sweet guest. He's got such lovely energy. Yeah, we're talking about going beyond ayahuasca. Okay, what's beyond ayahuasca and the wisdom and everything. So that's coming out tomorrow. Again, you guys know. If you haven't already, check out the Becoming the Medicine. See if that's for you, or if you want to come to my retreat, you can snag one of the last 2 tickets left. All right, guys, love you. Have an incredible evening. And I guess, Mary and I are going to be doing our live with you for the full moon in Cancer, I think on the 30th. So before the new year. So on that broadcast, we're going to actually take questions from you guys. If you want to ask Mary to pull a card for you, or just give you a little short, like little oracle reading, we're going to be doing that for you before we go into 2026. So don't miss that broadcast. And of course, next week, next week, I'll have my 2026 predictions out for you guys. All right. I love you. And, I'll see you. Oh, Dawn. Hey, hey, baby. Good to see ya. All right, guys. Love you. Have a great night. Bye.